This is according to Gizmodo. The M3GAN sequel has a release date, title, and returning talent. Watch out, Chucky. There's a new Killer Doll franchise in town. After a massive opening weekend, the buzz for a sequel to M3GAN began almost immediately. Now it's official. Titled M3GAN 2.0. The horror sequel will hit theaters on January 17th of 2025. Usually when they give a release date 2 years ahead of time, a lot of times they'll change that date as the time gets closer. So I give it about a week. And let's just say, I don't know, January 24th. I'm just throwing that out there. Let's just say that for now. Returning from the original film are producers Jason Blum and James Wan, writer Akilah Cooper, and stars Allison Williams and Violet McGraw. A director has yet to be announced, nor any details from the plot, but if Williams and McGraw's characters are returning, you can imagine M3GAN might have a score to settle. We'll keep it vague in case you haven't seen it yet. From a reported budget of $12 million before marketing, M3GAN will cross $100 million globally this weekend, its third week of release. And by the way, so that was the third week. Now, the movie was released on January 6th, I believe. And we're going into what? So now it's February 11th. The movie has now grossed about $162 million. And the budget was $12 million. This is amazing for a horror film. For it to make $150 million off the film in about a month. I mean, I don't think that's heard of before. I mean, because you know how it is. Generally, horror films and scary movies, that anything that's not a superhero action movie generally doesn't get that type of love and attention. We know how that goes. And especially considering that the actors and actresses in the movie are basically, I mean, they're not really known. I mean, these are like C and D list stars, some of them probably even below that. The one who played Katie in the film, I mean, she's the sister of the girl who was in the black phone. Digress a little bit. He said, okay, early buzz suggested the film would be a hit, and according to Jason Blum, the company began planning a follow-up just in case. He said, after I first saw the movie, we had a good sense that a sequel might really work. That's what Blum said to Variety recently. So we broke our cardinal rule and we started talking about a sequel before the movie was released. I felt so bullish that we started entertaining a sequel earlier than we usually do. That preparation has obviously now paid off. And while 2 years seem like a long time to wait for M3GAN's triumphant return, there's no word if Cooper has finished the script yet. Plus, the production will need to go to work out the schedules of everyone involved. Once that's all set, though, you'd expect things to happen quickly, and then we can look forward to being inundated with dancing M3GANs all through the 2024 holiday season. I mean, that's true. There's been a lot of women and girls that's been going around that's been dressing up like her. And, I mean, yeah, the movie, it's a hit. So to those of you that haven't seen it yet, I mean, to those of you that are fans of horror films and fans of killer doll stuff, you know, like the Chuckies and whatnot, I would argue that this is kind of better than Chucky in some ways. It's still in theaters, but if you happen to miss it in theaters, I'm sure it's going to be on one of the streaming services. I can sense that it's probably going to be on Netflix or HBO Max. That's for some reason, that's just what I feel. I could maybe see Hulu or Peacock. So just throwing that out there. Like I said, we don't have any plot details yet, so there's really not much to expect right now. But just know the M3GAN 2.0, the sequel to M3GAN, has been confirmed. January of 2025.